Hello and welcome to GearHeads. My name's Jesse and today we're going to be working on my 1992 Mazda Miata and I'm going to be pulling the soft top out of it. So if you guys have never seen our channel before, then thank you for joining us and thank you for watching. If you have seen our channel and you've been following us for a while and you've been following the build with this car, you will know that we did an engine swap in this thing, and when I did that I put, not solid, but I put in polyurethane engine mounts. Now, I really like the way it drives, and I know that eventually when I get the turbo in here, which sadly we're not doing quite yet, we're going to be doing it soon, but we got other things we got to do first. But either way, I put those poly engine mounts in here and it rattles like crazy. All kinds of stuff rattles. The hood rattles. I need to get that fitted, tightened down a little better. I might need to add a little bit of padding somewhere or something to keep it from rattling. But also that's more of a problem when it's idling. When I'm driving, there's a bunch of stuff inside that rattles. There's some stuff in the dash. I'm not gonna worry about that yet because at some point I'll be taking the dash out and do a whole bunch of interior work. But one of the biggest ones right now is the soft top. I never ever use the soft top. I have a hard top for this thing, so if I need a top, that's what I use, and that's what I usually drive with actually, is that on. But the soft top just folded back laying there. It's got to come out anyways at some point since I'm not going to use it. It's got a tear in it, so it's not really going to be any good to anybody else. I'm just going to pull it out and toss it. I don't need it anymore. But hopefully, at least this will make it a little bit more tolerable to drive because this car's been parked for a long time and I want to start driving it again, putting miles on it, addressing some of the issues here and there that need to be fixed so that I can get the turbo on it and get this thing back to where it should be and where I want it to be. So anyway, I have not ever actually pulled a soft top on a Miata. My first Miata, I never had to. The top was good, didn't leak. I only owned that one for like a year and a half, and it wasn't a problem. My next Miata, I didn't have to because the previous owner had already pulled it off and put a hard top on it. So this will be my first time, but follow along with me. I'll try and show you guys as I go along here what I see, how to get it out. Hopefully it's not too bad. I've seen some people pull them out in like a half hour or something, so it should be pretty easy, but let's get started. Alright, so the first thing I want to do is go ahead and just drop the soft top down. It gives me a little bit more room to work up around this area first. It will need to come back up later to get to other things, but we'll worry about that when we get there. So we're going to want to take the seat belt out of here. It's a 17mm bolt here and at the top, so you're going to want to pop this little cap off that sits here. Just be careful not to break it. Take that off, and there's your 17mm right there. And let me just get those two off first, and we'll move on to the next thing. Alright, so mine has these spacers here and a washer. You don't want to make sure you don't lose those. So I'm going to go ahead and just take them out. It looks like somebody might have modified this. I don't remember what was there from the factory, but it should be something similar because these bolts don't look factory, but I could be wrong. Alright, so that's out of the way here. Let me get the bottom one. Alright, there we go. And then we're going to want to continue to disassemble this panel here. So you've got a little clip, real tiny screwdriver should be able to pop out the center section, and then just carefully pry, and that came right out. And then we have two 10mm bolts we got to pull off, one right here, one right here. And then there's also a Phillips head on the other side of this to take out as well. There we go. And then this little corner piece should come off. So now this panel should be free. There's a couple little push clips that kind of hold it in down here, but there's no screws to remove. You can take this out just so you can pull the carpet back and give yourself a little more room. Looks like somebody's already kind of broken this one. Hopefully it doesn't break coming out. Oh, good. I was able to get it without breaking it the rest of the way. That's nice. And now we got to pull out this weather seal right here. I'm just pulling it forward and leaving it down, and this should come out now. There we go. Popped loose. Ooh, it's stuck underneath something there. There we go. Just be careful. Don't pull too hard. If you happen to yank real hard, you're going to break something. So it needs to be popped out this way from the door panel. Like I said, on the back there's a couple push clips right here that kind of hold it in place. And now it's free. So I'm gonna go ahead and just pull this forward and set it down on the driver's seat. And the seat belt, the rest of it should be fine right where it is. It shouldn't be in the way. Now go do the exact same thing on the other side and we'll get to the next step. All right, well it looks like the next step is actually gonna be to lift the soft top up, and we're gonna need to take this whole piece of carpet out because it's gonna be in our way with all these push clips all the way around. So you're gonna wanna get yourself a panel popper like this. You can pick these things up at O'Reilly's or AutoZone. I'll leave a link in the description, and you can pick one up on Amazon too. So that's a good way to support our channel. If I ever link any tools or parts in the description and you guys want to support us, click the links to Amazon. It's not much, but hey, everything helps. So just be careful when you use these. You want to get them slipped down on the back side of the pin and then just kind of carefully rock it and pull. Don't yank super hard or you're going to break it. There's that one. Looks like somebody already broke this one in half. That's awesome. There we go. Just kind of gentle. So I'm just gonna take all these and collect them and throw them in a tray or something so I don't lose them. One thing that'll be nice about having this out is when I do the fuel pump, I won't have to do it with the soft top up like this. I can just pop the hard top off and then I can get to it from up high and have plenty of space. Ah, dang it, broke one. And if you do break one like I just did, you can pick these up at auto parts stores. I don't know if they're gonna have this color. If you have a black interior, that shouldn't be a problem at all. Man, that one broke too. All this plastic's so old and brittle, but these clips are really cheap to buy. If you just go to your local auto parts store or get a pack on Amazon or something like that, I'll leave that in the description for you too. There we go. But it might be a little harder for me to find these tan colored ones. That's okay though, because I'm gonna get rid of the tan interior eventually. I have big plans for this interior once the turbo's done. After the turbo, then interior work. After interior work, then the outside will get painted. That will be, I think, the last thing on this car. Ah, I broke that one too. All right, broken 3 so far, which I guess out of like the 10 to 12 I've gotten isn't so bad. And some of these are already halfway broken. All right, I think that's all of them. Alright, now I know I said I haven't done this before, but if I was a betting man, I'm going to go ahead and say next. All these 10 mils that are all around here are going to have to come out. Luckily, I have a tool that will make that really easy. I highly recommend these Milwaukee electric ratchets. So I'm just going to put a deep socket on it, and I should be able to just zoom all of these out real quick. And then after that, I think we just got to pull these 3 bolts on this side and the 3 on that side, and that'll release the swing arm assembly. But we don't want to do that before pulling these, because then this will be falling down on our heads while we're trying to get these bolts out. And also, I think I'll be doing a video on this light, or maybe just doing a video on work lights in general. This one's from Harbor Freight, and it's an awesome light for 30 bucks. Uh-oh. Where'd you roll off to? Never to be found again, maybe? I don't know. And I know I'm using power tools, guys, but don't let that stop you from doing this with hand tools if that's all you have, because you can definitely do all the things I'm doing with hand tools. But I'm impatient, and I've already worked for like 10 or 11 hours on cars today, and I am not going to suffer and make this take way longer. All right, that's all of the 10 mils in the back, it looks like. Yeah, these plates, it looks like slide forward. I guess these plates just clamp it in. All right. Looks like the side ones come out easier first. There's one, there's two, and there's three. Cool. Oh, I'm too big for this. I'm too fat. All right, now that those are out, it looks like this rubber seal right here is the bottom part of the soft top. So I'm gonna go ahead and just reach under, start pulling. And we gotta get it off all of those studs, but I'm pretty sure that's it. For this part anyway. There we go. Ooh. All these extra 10 mil bolts from my junk drawer. Alright, that's it. So let's get these three on this side out and then the three on your side. I think this whole thing will come right off. Alright, so there's these three holes here in the bodywork, and you need a 12 millimeter to get these ones out. Oh, you're a little tighter than I anticipated. I'll just bust you all loose. Yep, that freed it. Go ahead and do the same with three on the other side, and I think we can lift it out. All right. There she blows. Fold you. Why don't you fold down this side? Ah, there we go. All right. Well, that must have been pretty old. This thing's all cracking and going to crap. Da-da-da-da. That's awkward. All right, now I'm just gonna put the carpet back in and then go ahead and put these panels back in the same way we took them out. All right, guys, I think that's pretty much it. That really wasn't too bad. It only took me like 20 minutes, and I had never done one before. I thought it was gonna be harder for some reason because I keep hearing people talk about how awful it is, and I think it probably would be a lot worse because you're definitely in some awkward, weird spots if you don't have power tools. Those electric ratchets, or if you even have air. If you have an air compressor, you can get little air ratchets real cheap. Those aren't expensive at all, especially if you go to Harbor Freight. And yeah, I mean, that made real quick work out of taking all those 10 mils out. By the way, I messed up. I said 17 millimeter, and it's actually 16 millimeter for the seat belt bolts. 16 millimeter or 5/8, either one will work, but don't use a 17. I didn't use a 17, I was using a 16, but I forgot. For some reason at that size, I'm more used to seeing 17, so that's what I said. My bad. Don't round off your bolts. That would be no fun, and would definitely lead to this being a little more stressful and annoying of a job than it otherwise would have been. So in any case, thank you guys for watching. If you have any questions or you have any other comments, by the way, like the back there, I think on my last Miata without a soft top on it, I think the back of the carpet was actually sitting there like this one is too. It's just been a while and I can't remember. So if any of you know if there's a solution for that, just to put a piece in there to put the clips into and hold it into place and have it not interfere with those studs, that'd be cool. You know, you could always drill holes in the carpet and attach it to the studs, but I think that would look like crap, so it probably just looks better the way it is right now. Either way, it was nice to be able to come into the shop and finally get something done on my Miata. It's been so long, so thank you again for watching. Continue to follow along with this project by subscribing if you enjoyed it and you found it helpful. And check out my other videos too. We have a whole ton of Miata stuff, and I've started doing tool reviews. I've done a few videos recently on my toolboxes, and I'm going to start doing reviews on other tools and stuff as well. So anyway, thank you so much for watching. Have a good evening, and as always, keep wrenching.